My child, my beloved. There is a sound at your door, a sound that will not wait. Today, 21th October, the air itself carries a message, and Archangel Michael stands at the threshold, his presence burning brighter than the morning sun. He does not whisper. He commands. Open this now. The decree is not for yesterday, not for tomorrow, but for this very moment. The knock is not a question. It is a summons. You feel it in your spirit, a vibration that shakes the dust from old dreams and calls you to attention. The time for hesitation is over. The time for delay is finished. Today, the door before you is alive with purpose. You stand in the hallway of your own story, heart pounding, breath held. The world outside is silent, but inside, everything is shifting. You sense the weight of destiny pressing against the wood, the handle cold in your palm. You have waited before. You have wondered if the knock was for someone else, if the promise was meant for another. But today, the order is clear. Michael's voice thunders through every barrier. This is for you. Open it now. The tension of waiting, the ache of almost, the fear of missing out, all of it is breaking under the force of this moment. See the door in your mind. It is not just wood and hinges. It is a threshold between what was and what will be. Light seeps through the cracks, golden and fierce, chasing away the shadows that have lingered too long. You remember the nights you stood on the other side, longing for a sign, praying for a word. Now, the sign is here. The word is here. The knock is not just a sound, it is a prophecy. It is the sound of heaven's gavel, the decree of Michael, the invitation to step into the new. You are not alone in this hallway. Angels gather, their wings stirring the air, their eyes fixed on you. Michael stands at your side, his sword lowered, his shield raised. He is not here to judge you. He is here to protect you as you open what has been hidden. The door is not locked. It is waiting for your touch, your courage, your yes. The enemy would have you believe that nothing waits for you, that the knock is a trick, that the promise is empty. But Michael's decree shatters every lie. Open it now. What is waiting will surprise you. Feel the tension, years of waiting, moments of doubt, the heaviness of hope deferred. All of it is gathered at this door. But now, the promise outweighs the pain. The urgency is not to frighten you, but to awaken you. The time is ripe. The hour is now. The surprise on the other side is not just a gift, it is a turning point. It is the answer to prayers you forgot you prayed, the fulfillment of dreams you dared not speak aloud. The door is the line between night and dawn, between delay and acceleration, between what you feared and what you are about to receive. You reach for the handle. Your hand does not tremble. Michael's presence steadies you, his decree echoing in your spirit. Open it now. The door swings wide, and light floods in, warm, alive, unstoppable. You are not stepping into the unknown. You are stepping into what was always meant for you. The surprise is not just for your eyes. It is for your heart, your future, your calling. The knock was not random. It was written for you, sealed with your name, delivered by heaven's mightiest messenger. Stay with me. What waits behind this door is more than you imagined. The next moment will reveal what has been hidden, and the surprise will mark the beginning of a new chapter. Do not turn away. The story is just beginning, and the next beat will show you why you were chosen for this very hour. You have wondered, haven't you, if you were seen? If your name was ever spoken in the halls of heaven, if your story mattered in the great unfolding. Today, let every doubt fall away. You are not a bystander in this moment. You are not a face in the crowd. You are the one Archangel Michael has called by name. The decree was not sent to every door. It was sent to yours. The scrolls of heaven bear your name, written in light, sealed with purpose. You are the chosen door opener, the one entrusted with this sacred invitation. In the courtroom of heaven, the scrolls are unrolled. Angels gather, their eyes shining with the knowledge of your journey. They see the chapters where you felt invisible, the pages where you were passed by, the lines where your voice was silenced. But today, the judge of all creation points to your name. Michael stands beside you, holding the scroll high for all to see. This one, he declares, is chosen for this hour. The gavel falls, not in judgment, but in affirmation. You are called out from the shadows. You are summoned to the front. You may remember the seasons when you felt overlooked, when doors closed and opportunities slipped away. You may have believed the lie that you were forgotten, that your prayers were lost in the noise. But heaven has never lost sight of you. The scrolls have always held your story, every hope, every tear, every silent yes. Today, the silence is broken. Today, your name is spoken aloud in the throne room. The angels rejoice, for the time of waiting is over. You are not overlooked. You are called out, chosen, and seen. Feel the shift in the atmosphere. The weight of insignificance lifts from your shoulders. The old labels, unworthy, unseen, unimportant, are burned away by the fire of Michael's presence. You are not who you were. You are who heaven says you are, the chosen, the appointed, the one trusted to open what others could not. The scroll in Michael's hand is not blank. It is filled with promises, with assignments, with blessings that bear your name. The courtroom resounds with the sound of your destiny being announced. Why you? Why now? Because you have endured. Because you have waited. Because you have not let go of hope, even when hope seemed far away. Heaven honors your perseverance. Michael honors your faith. The scroll is unsealed, and your name shines brighter than ever. You are the door opener, the one who will step forward when others hesitate, the one who will receive what has been hidden for such a time as this. Stay with me. The answer to why you were chosen is written in the next scroll, waiting to be revealed. The story is not finished. The next moment will show you the reason for every closed door, every silent night, every hidden season. The revelation is coming, and it is for you. You have felt it, the weight pressing against your door, the invisible hand holding you back. For too long, shadows have gathered in the hallway of your promise, whispering that you are not ready, that the time is not right, that the door will never open for you. Doubt has crept in like a slow fog, wrapping its cold fingers around your hope. Every time you reached for the handle, something unseen pulled you away. Chains of disappointment, links forged from old mistakes and missed chances, have rattled in the silence, convincing you that delay is your destiny. But hear this, the night cannot last forever. The darkness that has lingered outside your door is not the end of your story. Every locked gate, every shadow, every heavy chain has a breaking point. The enemy has tried to convince you that you are forgotten, that your prayers have vanished into the void, that your mistakes have built walls too high to climb. But the dawn is coming. The first rays of morning are already slipping beneath the door, promising that the season of delay is giving way to a new beginning. You have wondered if you missed your moment, if a single wrong turn closed the door for good. But restoration is written into your story. What you thought was lost is not lost to heaven. The shadows that tried to hide your promise are powerless against the light that is rising now. The chains that once held you are growing weaker with every heartbeat, every prayer, every whisper of faith. The locked gates are trembling, not because of your strength, but because of the decree spoken over you today. Mistake does not have the final word. Delay is not your inheritance. The courtroom of heaven has seen every obstacle, every accusation, every reason the door should remain closed. But the judge is not silent. Michael stands ready, his sword gleaming, his eyes fixed on you. The time for shadows is ending. The time for restoration is here. The night is breaking, and the dawn is calling your name. Stay with me. The courtroom of heaven is now in session, and what happens next will change everything. The verdict is about to be spoken, and the chains are about to fall. Do not turn away, the light is about to break through. Step forward. The air shifts around you, charged with a holy electricity. You are not standing in an ordinary place. You are being ushered into the throne room of heaven itself, where the walls shimmer with living light and the floor glows like crystal beneath your feet. The atmosphere is thick with the presence of angels, their wings folded in reverence, their eyes fixed on the center of the room. At the heart of it all stands the great throne, radiant and unshakable, and beside it, Archangel Michael, mighty, unwavering, his armor gleaming with the fire of 1,000 suns. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. Your name is spoken here, not in a whisper, but in a voice that echoes through eternity. Michael stands tall, a scroll in his hand, sealed with the mark of the king. He unrolls it slowly, every movement deliberate, every word written in lines of living gold. This is your scroll. This is your story. Every moment, every prayer, every tear, every hope, recorded, remembered, honored. The angels lean in, waiting, as the courtroom comes to order. The gavel is raised. The judge's eyes are kind, yet fierce with justice. The accuser's voice tries to rise, listing every mistake, every failure, every reason you should be denied. Shadows flicker at the edges, trying to cast doubt, trying to stir fear. But Michael's presence is a shield, his sword drawn, his stance unyielding. He stands for you. He stands with you. The scroll is read aloud, and your case is heard, not as a list of failures, but as a testimony of endurance, faith, and hope that would not die. Accusation tries to speak, but acquittal is already written. The judge listens, but his heart is for you. The courtroom is not a place of fear, but of favor. The gavel does not tremble in the judge's hand. It is steady, ready to fall in your defense. The angels begin to sing, their voices rising in waves of light, declaring that mercy triumphs over judgment, that grace is stronger than guilt, that your story is not defined by your lowest moment, but by the love that has carried you here. You feel the tension in the air, the old fear that maybe you are not enough, that maybe the verdict will not go your way. But Michael's eyes meet yours, and in them you see the truth. You are not on trial. You are being honored. The scroll in his hand is not a record of your shame, but a proclamation of your worth. The judge nods, and the gavel is poised. The accuser's voice fades, powerless in the presence of such overwhelming favor. This is the moment where everything changes. The courtroom is silent, waiting for the verdict. The scroll is closed, sealed with the king's own signet. Michael steps forward, his voice ringing out like thunder and gentle rain all at once. This one is chosen. This one is favored. This one is free. The gavel falls, and the sound echoes through the heavens, breaking every chain, silencing every lie, opening every door that was once shut. Fear dissolves in the light. Favor floods the room, washing over you like a river of gold. The angels rejoice, their song swelling with joy and victory. You are not condemned. You are not disqualified. You are acquitted, restored, and crowned with honor. The throne room is filled with celebration, and your name is lifted high. The case is closed, and the verdict is love. Do not look away. The verdict is about to be declared, and what comes next will reveal the treasures that have been waiting for you all along. Stay with me, for the next word spoken in this courtroom will unlock the next chapter of your destiny. The silence in the courtroom is electric, every eye fixed on the throne, every heart waiting for the word that will change everything. The scroll has been read, your story laid bare, and now the judge's hand lifts the gavel high. In that suspended moment, all the accusations, all the delays, all the chains that have held you back seem to tremble. The air is thick with anticipation, but also with hope, a hope that is about to break through like morning light after the longest night. Then, with a sound that shakes the heavens, the gavel falls. The verdict is spoken, not in a whisper, but in a voice that rolls like thunder and sings like a river. Acquitted. Favored. Free. The words are not just spoken over you, they are written into your spirit, echoing through every place where fear once lived. Light bursts forth, shattering the chains that have bound you, scattering the shadows that have clung to your story. Where there was heaviness, there is now release. Where there was delay, there is now acceleration. You feel it in your bones, the weight lifting, the old labels falling away. The chains that once defined you are now nothing but dust at your feet. The courtroom is filled with a radiant light, brighter than anything you have ever known. It is the light of favor, the light of restoration, the light of a new beginning. The angels rejoice, their voices rising in a song of victory, celebrating the end of your waiting and the start of your acceleration. Above you, a crown descends, carried by Michael himself. It is not a crown of gold alone, but of fire and light, forged in the furnace of your endurance and faith. Michael places it gently on your head, his eyes shining with pride and joy. You are crowned, he declares, not because you never struggled, but because you never gave up. You are favored, not because you were perfect, but because you were chosen. The crown fits perfectly, as if it was always meant for you. The courtroom resounds with the sound of chains breaking and doors swinging open. Delay is over. The season of waiting has ended. What once held you back has been removed by the decree of heaven. You are no longer defined by what you lacked, but by what you now carry. The gavel's echo is still ringing, a reminder that the old story is finished and a new one has begun. You are not just acquitted, you are accelerated. You are not just released, you are crowned. Stay with me. Now comes the transfer. What will be placed in your hands next will reveal the fullness of what has been prepared for you. The next moment is not just a continuation, it is a transformation. The door is open, the chains are gone, and your hands are ready to receive what heaven has been waiting to give. Your hands, once empty, now tremble with anticipation. The air in the throne room is alive with movement, the flutter of angel wings, the hush of expectation. The verdict has been spoken, the chains have fallen, and now the time of transfer has come. Michael steps forward, his presence radiant, his eyes filled with the knowledge of all you have endured. He carries with him treasures from the king's own treasury, gifts that have been waiting for this very moment, gifts that bear your name. First, he places a key in your hand. It is not an ordinary key, but one forged from light and fire, etched with symbols only heaven can read. This key is authority. It is access. It is the answer to every locked door, every place you have been shut out, every opportunity that seemed forever out of reach. The key is warm in your palm, pulsing with promise. Michael's voice is gentle but strong. With this, you will open what no one else can open. You will enter where you once stood outside. You will unlock the blessings that have been waiting for you. The weight of the key is real, but it is not heavy. It is a reminder that you are trusted, that you are chosen, that you are no longer denied. Next, Michael lifts a crown, gleaming with a light that dances like living gold. He places it on your head, and you feel the shift in your spirit. The crown is not just a symbol, it is a seal. It marks you as royalty, as one who belongs, as one who reigns. The crown is woven with threads of your story, every trial, every victory, every moment you chose faith over fear. It fits perfectly, as if it was always meant for you. The angels bow their heads in honor, and the courtroom resounds with a song of celebration. You are not just a survivor. You are a ruler. You are not just restored. You are crowned. But there is more. Michael's hands close around something hidden, something wrapped in mystery. He holds it out to you, and for a moment, you hesitate. What could this be? It is not gold or jewels, not something you could have asked for or even imagined. It is a gift that has been kept in secret, reserved for this very hour. As you receive it, you sense its weight, not heavy, but significant. It is the answer to prayers you never spoke aloud, the fulfillment of dreams you dared not share, the restoration of what you thought was lost forever. The hidden gift is revelation. It is wisdom. It is the key to the next chapter of your life, the missing piece that makes the picture whole. Your hands, once empty, now overflow. The key, the crown, the hidden gift, they are not just for you, but for those you will touch, for the doors you will open, for the lives you will change. The transfer is not a transaction. It is a transformation. You are no longer defined by what you lacked, but by what you carry. The courtroom of heaven witnesses this moment, and the angels rejoice. The King smiles, for his promise is fulfilled in you. What was hidden is now revealed. What was empty is now overflowing. The restoration begins now. The three streams, clarity, access, and abundance, are about to flow into your life, washing away every trace of lack, every shadow of doubt, every memory of delay. The gifts in your hands are not just symbols. They are tools, weapons, and treasures for the journey ahead. You are equipped. You are empowered. You are ready. Stay with me. The streams of restoration are about to be released, and what comes next will fill every dry place, every empty well, every longing heart. The transfer is complete, but the outpouring is just beginning. The next moment will reveal the fullness of what has been prepared for you, and you will see how every gift fits perfectly into the story that is still unfolding. Feel the shift in the atmosphere as the gifts settle into your hands. The courtroom of heaven grows quiet, but the silence is not empty, it is full of promise, full of the sound of something new beginning. From the throne, three streams begin to flow, each one shining with its own light, each one carrying a different blessing. These are not ordinary waters. They are the streams of restoration, sent to fill every place where you have known lack, to wash away the residue of every season of waiting. The first stream is clarity. It moves like crystal, pure and bright, cutting through the fog of confusion that has clouded your vision. Where you once wandered in uncertainty, unsure of the next step, clarity now pours in. You see with new eyes. The questions that haunted you lose their power. The path ahead is illuminated, and the voice of heaven whispers direction into your spirit. No more stumbling in the dark. No more second guessing. The stream of clarity brings vision, purpose, and the confidence to move forward. The second stream is access. It rushes in, swift and strong, breaking down every barrier that once kept you out. Doors that were locked swing open at your approach. Gates that stood in your way are lifted. Where you were once denied, you are now welcomed in. The stream of access is favor, opportunity, and divine connection. You are no longer on the outside looking in. You are invited, included, and empowered to enter every place prepared for you. The days of being shut out are over. You are welcomed in by the King himself. The third stream is abundance. It flows rich and deep, carrying provision for every need, every dream, every assignment. Scarcity is washed away in its current. Where you once struggled to make ends meet, where you feared there would never be enough, abundance now overflows. The stream of abundance is not just for your survival, but for your overflow. It is more than enough, enough to bless others, enough to build, enough to dream again. The days of lack are behind you. The river of abundance is your new reality. Confusion gives way to clarity. Locked doors give way to open gates. Scarcity gives way to overflow. The 3 streams of restoration are yours, flowing from the throne of heaven, filling every empty place, healing every wound, restoring every loss. You are not who you were. You are restored, renewed, and ready. Ready to activate this? Stay with me for the declarations that will seal these streams in your life and set the flow in motion. The next moment is your invitation to step fully into what has been released. Take a deep breath. Let it fill your lungs, let it awaken your spirit. This is not a moment to watch from a distance. This is your invitation to step in, to receive, to activate what heaven has placed in your hands. The days of passive waiting are over. Now is the time to move from hoping to holding, from longing to living in the fullness of what has been given. As you breathe in, imagine the fire of heaven, pure, golden, alive, rushing into every part of you, burning away the old, igniting the new. Now, speak these words aloud, letting them rise from your heart. I receive the key. I receive the crown. I receive the hidden gift. I am chosen. I am trusted. I am ready. Feel the power in your voice, the authority in your words. Each declaration is a spark, each breath a flame. The fire of Michael's presence surrounds you, sealing the transfer, marking you as one who is not just called, but commissioned. Light pours over you, wrapping you in warmth, in strength, in certainty. See yourself holding the key, the crown resting on your head, the hidden gift glowing in your hands. Visualize the streams of clarity, access, and abundance flowing around you, through you, into every area of your life. You are not waiting for permission. You are not hoping for scraps. You are receiving the fullness of heaven's promise, right here, right now. The fire within you is not just for you, it is for every place you will go, every person you will touch, every door you will open. Let your breath become steady, your heart open. Declare again, I am restored. I am overflowing. I am a carrier of light. The fire does not consume you, it empowers you. The light does not blind you, it guides you. You are no longer a passive observer. You are an active receiver, a living vessel of everything heaven has released. The transfer is sealed, the streams are flowing, and your spirit is alive with purpose. You are now commissioned. What will you do with this overflow? The next step is yours to take, and the world is waiting for the light you carry. Stay with me as we step into the mission and overflow that await you. You stand at your door, but you are not the same as when you first heard the knock. The fire that filled you, the gifts placed in your hands, the streams that now flow through your life, they have changed you. You are no longer hidden, no longer waiting in the shadows. You are a carrier of light, and your door is no longer just an entrance for you alone. It has become a beacon, a signal to others that hope lives here, that restoration is real, that heaven's favor is not just a promise but a present reality. Where you once felt isolated, you now feel the pull of connection. The overflow in your life is not meant to be contained. It is meant to spill out, to touch every person who comes near, to draw those who are searching for the same light you have received. Your story, once hidden, is now revealed. Your testimony is a key for someone else's locked door. Your breakthrough is a map for someone else's journey. The light you carry is not just for you, it is for the world around you. Imagine the ripple effect. As you open your door, the light pours out, reaching into the streets, the homes, the hearts of those who have been waiting in their own darkness. You become a living invitation, a signpost that says, there is more. There is hope. There is restoration. The days of isolation are over. You are connected to a greater story, a family of light bearers, a movement of restoration that cannot be stopped. No longer hidden, you are revealed. No longer silent, your voice carries the sound of heaven's decree. The gifts you have received are multiplied as you share them. The overflow becomes a river, and the river becomes a flood of blessing for all who come near. You are not just blessed, you are a blessing. You are not just restored, you are a restorer. One final anthem remains. Don't miss the seal that is about to be spoken over your life. Stay with me as we step into the closing declaration, the final word that will mark this moment forever. Hear this anthem rise within you. You are chosen. You are crowned. You are sent. The old story has ended, and a new decree is written over your life. Where silence once held you back, now your voice carries the sound of heaven's promise. Where you once walked in shadows, now you move in the brilliance of divine favor. The chains are gone, the doors are open, and your name is spoken with honor in the courts of heaven. Let these words echo in your spirit. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not disqualified. You are the one heaven has called for this hour, the one entrusted with keys, crowned with purpose, and filled with light. The decree over you is not one of limitation, but of release. Not of scarcity, but of overflow. Not of fear, but of boldness. You are a living declaration of what restoration looks like, a testimony that the old story is finished and the new has begun. If this resonates in your heart, let it be known. Declare it below. I am chosen. I am crowned. I am sent. Let your words join the anthem, let your voice be heard. If you long for more light, more hope, more moments like this, subscribe and stay connected. This is not the end, but the beginning of a journey where you walk in the fullness of all that has been released to you. Stay in this blessing. Let it settle over you like a gentle rain, like the warmth of morning sun. May every step you take from this moment carry the sound of heaven's decree. May your life shine as a beacon, your story inspire others, your overflow become a river of hope. You are chosen. You are crowned. You are sent. And you are never alone. Stay with me. The blessing is yours, now and always.